Namaste, namaste. Namaste everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Sadhguru Sri Muji Ji ki Jai. It might be a bit noisy today because lots of work is happening in the house. And lots of things are going on before I travel on Friday. So just feel like you're sitting in my house and all this activity is on. Okay, the bonjour I understood. The rest I'll learn as I go. In this very moment, is there something missing? Whatever the content of the moment might be, you are here. That's been our theme the last few days anyways. What do we need beyond our existence? If there is something that we could need, then this existence would not be a holy presence. It would be something lacking. But as you taste your existence, you feel like it is incomplete? Do you feel it is lacking? And when I say do you feel, I don't mean what are your feelings about it. And I don't mean what are your thoughts about it. What is your insight about it? How do you taste your existence? How do you experience your existence? Is there naturally something lacking in it? Is there naturally something missing in it? Till you go to sleep tonight, will this come and go? Or is this your constant experience? Yeah, yeah. Does he have the room? Oh. Anyone who makes a glum face in satsang, I'm just going to cannot not smile on this one. Ishwari sent this to me, if I'm not wrong. Ishwari. Oh, there she is. Look at that. Now, no glum faces allowed. It's allowed actually, but just to say. So if there's nothing lacking in our existence, in our presence, then where is it lacking? The idea that something should be another way applies to who? See, this discovery is very, very beautiful. There are some who come to satsang and they have a complaint. They have a complaint that Ananta doesn't help us with our feelings, or Ananta doesn't help us with our thoughts. What to do? The expression from here is pointing to this presence, this being that is not suffering from its feelings and its thoughts. It is in fact the origin, the light of even these. And I know that as you taste this presence more and more, you will find that these feelings and these thoughts really are just images on a screen. So does this mean that those who are working on a better quality of feelings, a better quality of thoughts, they are wrong? No, it doesn't mean that. But there are millions of places and millions of people who are helping with this aspect of it, the feeling aspect of it and the mental aspect of it. What satsang is for is to show us this truth, this presence. And I know that sometimes in the play it can feel like, but I know this, but it's not helping. I know this, but it's not helping. It's like saying that I know God is holding my hand, but He's really not helping. I know that God appears within me, and I am the ultimate abode of even God. But how does that help me? That is level confusion. That which knows that God is here that which is aware of God's presence, what help could that need? So when we get into that kind of level confusion, what can happen is that in the same paragraph, we can refer to ourselves as the absolute, and we can refer to ourselves as something which is just an appearance, not even an appearance, something which is just mythical, this identity. So the mind will try to own even these insights. That's why very important, first see with your eyes of insight, see what is here. It's not a small statement to make that I exist, I am. Now, consciousness has given itself one superpower. Now, if you're God, if you're divine, you already have everything. You can do everything. You can project this universe. You can play with time and space as if they are building blocks. You can do all of this. Now, what superpower would you give yourself? You already can play with the entire play of time and space as if it is nothing, as if it is Play Doh or something. Yeah? Now, what is the superpower that you can give yourself? Therefore, the only superpower now to give to ourselves is the ability to pick up the notion to pretend as if I'm just a character in this play. The ability to pose as if you are limited. And please know that I mean this completely with full integrity that you are God. It's not something fancy, not something absurd, not something that you have to get to. You are it. You are the Supreme Lord of this universe. And as the Supreme Lord, you wanted to play as if you are something conceptual, as if you are something individual. Therefore, you gave yourself this superpower, which is to be able to say, I am anything, I am something. I've said this before that anything we put after I am is a lie, is a story. If life is too strong, or at least story. Even I am nothing is a story. So I hope you're assimilating some of this. We looked at this existence, we looked at this presence, and we saw that we call it I am. This I am, there is nothing missing in this. In fact, it is the basis for existence, the basis for any perception, for any experience. In that way, it is all there is. And we've also looked over and over the last many years that unless you attach a concept to this I am, suffering is a impossibility. Only something that is limited can suffer. How will the master of the universe suffer? So your presence, your being, your existence can never suffer. So to get the taste of this suffering, you have to attach a concept to I am. I am something. I am a spiritual seeker. Now, if you attach this even humble and nice sounding concept, spiritual seeker, then what can happen? If you are a spiritual seeker, that means there is somewhere to go, something to seek. Now that itself is a big lie, isn't it? Because that which you were seeking was already there, as I am. That which you're seeking is already there, as your presence, as existence, as being, as consciousness, as God, whatever words you want to use. So God coming to this recognition, I am that I am, is what we are doing in Satsang today, is what God is doing in Satsang today. So now one voice will come and say, but these are just fanciful notions. Actually, that is the voice of fanciful notions. Because it is the opposite of your direct insight about yourself. Let me see how many feel that there is something missing right now in their presence. It feels like it's a half presence or something. You're half existing. Anyone feel there's something missing in your existence? In this moment, before you allow the notion to come, before you allow an idea to come, a thought to come, and even after you allow a thought to come, You see? This existence is just here naturally. Did you have to work hard to exist? How did this existence come about? You say, I have to work so hard to make my life. But what amount of work can you make to make your life? If you didn't exist, what work will you do to make yourself exist? You exist effortlessly. And it is the nature of the mind that that which is effortless, which is naturally available, it feels that that has no value. That's why many would actually prefer it if we gave like 100 steps to enlightenment. And you feel like 99, 100, I found it. It has always been here. It's my own presence, it's my own existence. But is that missing at step one? I know how it can feel like that. Sometimes it can feel like I cannot give any attention to this presence. And it feels like certain things are needed for us to get there. I understand this. In fact, we spoke about this yesterday also. But I'm speaking from the simple, effortless position now that I exist. How did this existence come about? We ask so many things. Why does this happen to me? Why is my life like this? Why don't things get better? Why is God this way? Why is God that way? Why can't my master be more like this? Why does he wear these terrible t-shirts? Oh, why about everything? Yeah. But why do you exist? What is it that exists? So as long as we remain in denial of what this existence truly is, then questions like why does this happen to me, or what is my life going to bring, all these confusions, it's because of the primary confusion about what you are. The root of all confusion is a confusion about what we are. You speak from your inside about what you are and tell me a meaningful confusion. You cannot do it. You have to insert an identity into it. You have to first become something. So this is a story of the typical master-disciple relationship. And the disciple comes and says, please, sort out my confusion. And I say, please, let's sort out who you are. It can feel like a denial of your question, but it really isn't. It's the only true way that I know of that we can answer it. That's a good way to. Okay, suppose you are a lost fish, or you think you're a lost fish, or suppose you're looking for Nemo or something, finding Nemo. You're looking for Nemo, and you come to me for direction, and you say, I'm Nemo's dad. I need to find Nemo. Have you seen him? No, I know that you're not Nemo's dad. I know that there is no such Nemo. I know that you are the ocean itself. Now, what direction should I give you? Hear yourself giving these directions, and you'll hear my voice in Satsang. Now, this Nemo has changed throughout our life. This Nemo has changed throughout our life. It has gone from relationship to money to health of the body to now Nemo has become freedom or enlightenment. How will we find this Nemo? You see, the one that is looking must look within now and see if this one finds anything missing here. In the ocean of your existence, you'll find lots of things. Some things might feel pleasurable, some things might feel painful. But the ocean job is not to discriminate between them. The ocean job is not to say, I want only this and I don't want the other. Because there is nowhere for everything to go except to be within you. It's just that you're misunderstanding your space. You feel like you are limited space. And once you start to have this insight that there is no limitation, which is true about me, then you will not resist or reject anything in your experience. So that day, you were celebrating Guru Purnima, and these words came that bless everything that you perceive. Everything. Don't make a distinction in your blessing, because all of this is your creation. Everything is your child. And if blessing seems like too much, at least don't resist it, don't fight it. Come to this simple space of neutrality. Sometimes what we speak about in satsang, the mind says, oh, but this is denial. You're in denial of your feelings and thoughts. Actually, it is not denial. And allowing an openness towards whatever might be is the opposite of denial. It is our resistive relationship that we create towards any feeling or towards any concept. That is the attempt at denial. The ocean is not picking and choosing what can swim in the ocean. The room is unconcerned about which objects are there in the room. So, not giving belief to the wrong identity, to the false, limited self, is the denial of the truth of what you are. And in the truth of what you are, all phenomena is allowed and accepted. Actions and reactions, they move on their own. Taste your being. Taste your presence. Tasting or no? Are you tasting? I could be saying, taste your being, taste your presence. And you're wondering what's for dinner, what's for I can quickly get into the school teacher mode if you like. No matter what the mind might be saying, taste yourself as existence, as presence. And if some of you are new to satsang, then the way to quickly found this to quickly find this sense of presence, sense of existence is to actually try to stop being. Try to not be for a moment. And that you will see that it's silly, it's funny to try and not be because your existence is just here. Then this existence that is here, don't make a concept about it, don't make a visual about it. Just taste it. Don't try to understand how to taste it. This much explanation is enough. If you feel like you're not being or you can't find being, don't be. Can you not be? Don't make any conclusions about it. No interpretation is needed. Allow your attention to immerse itself completely in your presence. These words are directing it. You don't need to do anything at all. Immerse yourself in your own presence. Have this holiest of holy dips. And as you dip inside the Ganga of your presence, allow the presence complete space. Don't hold anything in your hands. Let it take away all your possessions, your concepts, your insights, your ideas. How you must be. All of your defenses. Allow all this to be immersed in your own presence. The idea that you are doing something, allow it to be immersed in this presence. If some fear is coming, nothing to be concerned about. This too shall pass. If some joy or bliss is coming, same thing. This too shall pass. Don't hold on to anything at all. Surrender all things to this presence. Nothing needs to be held on to. You're tasting your true existence, your true nature. It has always been here. You've played with all that there could be played with. All the fishes in this ocean. You played with all of this. Now you are discovering what the ocean itself is. What is the space in which all of this is happening? Is it separate from you? Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you all so much for being in Satsang today. Guru Shri Muji Ji ki Jai.
Jai.